Karl Moore for Forbes. Today I'm delighted to speak to Brian Fetherstonhaugh, who's the CEO and chairman of OgilvyOne, which is the new media part of Ogilvy Mather, one of the great advertising firms of the world. Brian, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
When we look at it, you've written and talked about how selling has changed. How has selling changed and how is it different in this new world?
Well, I think a lot of aspects of selling are the same, but there's a fundamental thing that's happened, which is buying has changed. And if you think about it, consumers are just fundamentally better informed and more empowered. So if you think of buying a car or buying a vacation trip or a camera or a laptop, today you don't walk into that buying situation uninformed and at the mercy of a salesperson. You walk in, you've done your search, you've checked out the corporate websites, and very likely you've looked at third parties and tried to get some ratings and assessments from other people like you, that role of social media coming in. So selling has changed because buying has fundamentally changed.
So what's the role of social media? Is that really central now to how we sell to people?
You know, I think in the last 2 years in particular, Karl, the social media impact on purchasing is really on the ascendancy. When you look at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, to some extent in the business-to-business field, they are having powerful influences on who gets on the buying menus and what ultimate purchases are made.
So what's the role of the salesperson in all this? If social media is so important, what does a salesperson do?
You know, there's still tremendous importance of the selling person, but their mind frame needs to be different. The old world, so many people grew up with driving consumers through the sales funnel. Now, the sales funnel was actually invented in 1898, so it's had a very good run. But this notion of the marketer or seller driving people through the selling funnel, it's just not relevant anymore. The empowered, informed consumer, they've got their own journey. And your job as a salesperson is to meet them on their journey and propel them and work with them towards a final sale. It's a very different beast.
Can you give us an example of a journey?
So, you know, customer journey, if you were to buy a new laptop, for example. In the old world, you'd walk into a electronics retailer, semi-informed, you might have read a trade publication or you might have talked to some expert at work. And after that point, you're asking the salesperson, you're putting yourself at their mercy and in their hands to inform you about the different models and price points and specifications. Today, a typical journey for a laptop or electronics purchase would definitely involve search and early discovery, talking to friends and trusted people you know, but also looking for peers, people like you, strangers with expertise, and consulting a wide variety of sources. Once you're equipped with that, quite close to the end of your journey, you might go into a retail store. So you see how this buyer and seller relationship is extremely different than what it was 3 and 5 years ago.
So the salesperson's got to be more knowledgeable, perhaps, than they were in the past. And can they still upsell? Can they still convince people that they want some additional features?
You know, there still is a important role for the salesperson, but you're not holding all the cards. You don't have all the data. So your role is quite a bit different. It's more consultative. It's more really understanding how this fits with the consumer. And to the extent that you can connect what you have to sell with the consumer's existing journey, you will have success. But if you're trying to force someone when they know the facts are wrong, you are not going to be successful as a salesperson. So the skill is quite different. Salespeople really need to step up and to be much more consultative and collaborative and advisory. Some people are adapting really well and some people are really struggling with it.